All right, so we're at a customer's house who has two mini split systems. One is for his main floor, one is for his top floor. They're Daikin units, but the upstairs is not working. It's not blowing warm air, it's not blowing cold air, it's not blowing air at all. So, initial thought was, well, it's got a bad blower motor. Well, I talked to Daikin tech support because Daikin's weird, and the indoor unit actually goes into a specific. I wouldn't necessarily call it a fault, but it doesn't turn on unless the heat exchanger is what they call it, but it's essentially the evaporator coil. The indoor coil gets to, I think it was 94 degrees. That coil's not getting to 94 degrees because there's no refrigerant in the system. So we know the motor works because I turned it on to fan only, and the guy from tech support said that if it does turn on for fan only but doesn't turn on for heat or cool, you've got a refrigerant issue. So we discussed with the property management company to do some leak search stuff. They agreed, they signed off, we're back. So that's what we're doing. So as you can see, I've got this unit broken up already and opened up. I haven't got my gauges hooked up yet, but I do have this field piece tester, this sniffer, and while I was doing my tests inside here, usually down here at the flare joints, you can get leaks. The system is probably about 5 or 6 years old though, so they should have already had an issue if it was at the flares. Now, the other obvious places are here at the king valves, and I'll show you this. When you have a leak, for those that don't know this tester, when you guys have some sort of gas pickup, this light will flash, right? So when we go to the top king valve and we put it in, it flashes, right? Well, it's going up. But what I've got on film is me putting it in all the way. It's also got a stupid reset that if it goes for too long in the same spot, it automatically zeroes out to 0. But if I go and put it back in, see it flashing, right? It's going up, going up, going up. It'll eventually, I don't know why it's not hitting 0 or hitting 99 now, but I've got videographic evidence on my work phone that it's hitting 99. Then we come down to here, do the same thing for that one. You can see it keeps going up. So we definitely got leaks at the king valves. And the other one that I wanted to check is usually let it zero out. Usually I'll get one here as well, is around the Schrader for the service port. And you can see it's got a little bit and it's going up, right? Okay, well, it's zeroed out again. But essentially, we do have a leak at both king valves, which means they need to be replaced, which means we have to go through this whole freaking process of removing shit. So fun times. At that point, it would actually probably be best with how much time and effort is going to go into this thing. It would be just better to possibly just replace the unit. A lot of technicians out there are probably pissed that I even recommended that. But me personally, I don't want to try to get inside. I've also never replaced them before, so give me a break. But I don't want to try to get back in there to get to the valves there to replace two king valves that are probably going to fail again in another 5 or 6 years. So, because this one serial number is G00, so it's 2000 actually. So I'd have to double check with my local vendor, but I'm fairly certain that this unit was manufactured in 2000. So I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. Just kidding. Daikin, you don't have to go off the serial number. You can go off of, here, I'll show you. Off this Daikin unit, it tells you manufacture date was 2016. So I'm an idiot. I usually go off of serial numbers, but in this case, Daikins are kind of nice in that aspect, but it's still about 10 years old. We're probably not going to be able to find the king valves. I'm still going to go upstairs. I'm still going to check that unit, make sure that everything up there is fine. But as of right now, that's my main suspect. I'm also still going to check refrigerant pressures. So be right back. All right, so we want to focus on that 25.2 psi. Don't worry about the 133 because it's not hooked up. That 25.2, that is what is currently hooked up. I had a little bit of refrigerant stored in the line from my last time. Technically, you're not supposed to do that, but I don't have wireless gauges yet, so it is what it is. They are on my list, and I will do probably product reviews on them. But right now, we've only got 25 psi. That's standing temperature. Based on this PT chart, this number here is the psi. This number is the temperature outside. It says it's supposed to be negative 20 outside. So it's 40 degrees outside where I'm at. It's supposed to have 118 psi. The fact that it's got 25.2 psi is not good. Clearly, it's low on charge. Both of those valves are probably what we're looking at, the reason why. So again, like I said, I'm going to head upstairs, double check that stuff anyway. I'm going to leave the house to be private, so I'm not going to record while I'm up there, but I'll keep you guys updated once I'm done. All right, so we're all done. I didn't find any leaks upstairs, so it's just the king valves. I put an estimate together for the property management company. They're going to talk with the owner, see if he wants to go that route or if he wants to go down the route with new equipment. So because it's Daikin, we don't install Daikin, we install Mitsubishi. So obviously can't mix match. I know I said in a previous video you can. That's unitary stuff. Mini Split is very specific to its own equipment. So you can't have a Mitsubishi indoor head with a Daikin outdoor head, vice versa, whatever. You can't mix brands like that when it comes to ductless equipment, including ducted mini splits. So like air handlers, like the Mitsubishi SVZ, I believe it's the SVZ. Essentially, it's a really nice black, sleek air handler that's really easy to work on, and it's phenomenal. You have to you have to put that with the Mitsubishi outdoor unit. So yeah, now I'm just waiting to debrief, and then I got some stuff I got to do after work, but then I'm going to try to post one of these videos. So until next time, change your filters.